Okay, 1498, good luck. So we've not played before, there's no head-to-head score there. But that's 6,000 games of Rapid, that is really impressive, very good. So we're just playing a normal Caro here. I'll get the cursor off the board. It takes, I'll just take back, keep it traditional. Get the knights into play, try and get castled. Okay, goes with a check. I'm going to go with the knight up here, then maybe queen up if he comes in, which he does. I could block as well, I guess, but queen up at least creates an immediate threat if he doesn't capture. But I'll pre-move in case he does. Well, I guess I don't need to pre-move, do I? It's rapid chess, but... Actually, yeah, it is rapid chess. I won't pre-move, so he's gone there. I'm just going to bring the knight up, I think. Obviously, I'll probably play bishop up at some point just to break this pin. Otherwise, e6, bishop out castle, that sort of idea. Actually, yeah, bishop down could be a little bit annoying here, but I do have check. He's got this. Then bishop up, takes. Let's check. If he goes back, then we just take. Otherwise, knight up, I can block here. So... Oh, am I losing a pawn this? Possibly. I'll go here. So now we are threatening to capture. So you probably play knight takes bishop. Knight takes back. If bishop takes, then I'll take here. But he might actually win a pawn here. I could have just blundered the game here, potentially. Although this knight's pinned, isn't it? This knight's actually pinned. I'm alright for a move. Knight takes, knight takes. He can't move this knight. If he takes here, I'll take back and I support. I should have just blocked with the bishop immediately there instead of maybe the queen up. I need to brush up on my openings quite a bit. Yeah, he's played bishop back now. Okay. I think I'll just play queen here or queen here. So does it matter which one I go to? I don't really want to go forward and wander off with a defense. If I go here, he is threatening knight takes now, isn't he? So I want to come all the way back. If he takes, I can take. I'm still covering this. I'm threatening pawn up to guard. I'm still threatening knight takes knight now. That's an immediate threat on the board now. Maybe I could have risked it last move, but it felt a bit too dicey. He takes. I'm going to go with the pawn and then just play pawn up here, get the bishop into play. At least they're nice and solid now. But just click anywhere to clear the markings you've done. I could do g6 as well, of course, and develop this way. I just want to get castled. So he attacks the knight. Maybe I just attack the bishop here and see where he wants to go. And if he takes, I take back and I kick the knight anyhow. If he trades, I'm fine, I can still block. If he goes back, I can maybe think about activating the queen. He does take. So I'll go here. Pre-move in case he takes. Okay, the knight's gone back. So I can develop the bishop. If you check, I can block with this one and then castle, or I can move the king. So I don't think I need to spend too much time on that move. Just try and get castled. Okay, so we've both castled. So now we can start getting our queen and rooks into the game, hopefully. Queen up, rook across, rook across. Maybe bishop up, depends what white does. Okay, gone back. I'm just going to develop the queen, connect the rooks, look to activate the rooks. Maybe I'll leave the outside rook there and push the pawn, or maybe I will actually. No, he's done that. Here. Well, see, bishop up is a move, and he can't actually play this now. He could play knight across, I guess. Bishop up, knight over, he probably has to play. Yeah, I'm just going to activate this rook. There's no obvious target right now. So he has played knight across. I'm going to chuck this pawn, give him something to think about this side. He launches one, okay. So do I just take there? That's the question. I've still got bishop up to pin the knight. See if he pushes, I can trade. I can do this as well. Doesn't really achieve a lot though, so yeah, I'm going to activate the bishop. It's whether I try and keep the bishops for the longer term endgame versus the two knights. So he's come up, so I'll takes here. Takes queen across, I guess. Otherwise, maybe a move like rook up. Yeah, I'm just going to double the rooks up, I think. I'm just going to double, because he can obviously do the same thing at his end. But I'm the first one to try to. If he kicks the bishop, I can just drop all the way back. Okay, takes. So I'll take back. I need to shift the queen somewhere useful now, not sure where. So where does the queen want to go? If I go here, my bishop's restricted, but still movable, I guess. If I come right across, you might have a move like rook down. Guess I could take. This is the natural square I'm thinking of with a view to either of these moves. It covers rook down for now. If you hit the bishop, I guess I can just trade. Yeah, I'll just go here. Prepares this as well. Prepares the rook coming across. And if I have to, I can always drop the bishop back, but obviously right now I could trade it potentially. It's whether I'll leave this pawn here or try and push it up. Oh, he's offering a draw. I'm not agreeing a draw. Okay, the knight's gone back. So up. Trade would give his knight a square. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to move the rook across. So we're both about 4 minutes into our time now. Bishop up might be a move. I expect he might try something like this at some point, just not right now. Ooh, has he blundered there? Takes, either takes and bishop up and we hit the 2. That might be a blunder. So takes. You've got to take back with one of them, I would assume, otherwise you've lost a piece. Then bishop up. You can't really shift the rook, you'll have to move the queen. You could grab a pawn. Takes, rook takes. It's an exchange for a pawn, isn't it? So I think I should do it and come in. I've got to be careful though, because he's getting two connected passed pawns. So it could easily go wrong, very easily. But that's just chess. I'll just click anywhere to get rid of them markings. Them connected pawns could be very, very strong. So it might be a mistake, but I'm going to go for it, I think. I don't see anything better. I don't want to burn my clock. 30 seconds in it. See, I expect he'll take, and I'll take here, but my king feels pretty safe. It's then a case of can I get active? I don't want to lose this one, so I can try and trade something here, but that's a bit dicey. Or I can try and get the rook forward. He's gone for it, so I'm going to take. Now, I was looking at this. If you take, I can take here. Then you've got split pawns, and they're a lot easier in theory to combat. So that could be useful. Here, I simply trade. Again, that's then on the same file. Very useful for me. Here, rook down. I can still trade. I can try and get forward. Again, I like the look of that. My rooks guard each other. If he takes, I take the a2 pawn, then his pawns are split, so it should in theory be easier to challenge them. And rook e2 might be a strong move. You see I've pre-moved there because of the highlights on the square. Okay, the queen's gone back, so we can take. He's going here, but my queen's not actually trapped. I can escape. If he goes here, I just drop back. So I think that's fine to take. So take, rook across here. There's no immediate threat to the queen, is there? So I think I'm safe to take and just come across. And now rook up is a strong threat now to hit the pawn. Yeah, he's come forward, so now I've got rook up threatening the immediate check. And maybe even triple stacking, something like that. That looks strong. So rook up, knight here, I simply take it, so that's not a move. So I'm going to go forward and hit the pawn. He might have to swing the queen across to guard here. Then maybe a move like rook across. I guess he can go here, actually hit the pawn. Might be a move. But I could potentially sack that one. Rook across or rook across. Trade something. Queen takes. And then rook up again. Got to be a little bit careful. And I could play a move like queen back just to guard for now. Yeah, that's the move I'm expecting. It defends a threat and it creates a threat at the same time. Let's move the king. Okay. So can I just safely grab the pawn? There's no immediate mate threat, so he's got to move like queen down, but I can simply bring the rook back. So I think I'm safe to take. If queen down, just bring the rook back, or even maybe triple stack and threaten to take. I think I'm okay to take. I mean, I've also got queen back here to guard the rook and the pawn, and the queen and the rook would guard each other. Well, I'd lose this rook, wouldn't I? No, so forget that one if he plays queen here. That's a problem when one piece guards another. You can then be deflected. But here I can go here. This pawn is under attack as well. Obviously, queen down creates a threat. Rook up and we triple attack the pawn. And my king feels relatively safe. Check, up, check, block. Queen takes. And I'm the first one to get in. I'd have to calculate that, but I think that's right. Oh, we could try and play something slower, of course, and go a little bit less risk. Okay, so he's gone for that move. So I assume I just play queen across here. Now we stop him coming here. Yeah, I don't think I need to think too long about that one. Let's go here. Again, I've done a pre-move there. You can see that the squares are a different colour. Should he take the queen? We've played queen across. So now this is where I can try and work it out. So I've got rook up, threatening to takes. If king here, there's a mate threat. So rook up creates a mate threat. Check here, check, and I simply take. So that seems fine to me. So rook up seems fine. Here, king up, a queen check, I'm covering it, so I'm fine to take, trade off, and then I must be better. And then I'm threatening rook takes. If knight takes, the other rook takes, king across. It's not actually mate, is it? It's not actually mate. What about queen here then? You just take here. What about rook here? Actually, I like rook here. But he is hitting this pawn. I like rook here, actually. I'm going to go here, and if he takes, I'm going to check and get the queen off. Then I've got the isolated pawns to hit. Try and play it relatively low risk if you can do, instead of going to very sharp, complex lines. If you miss one move and it's over. If he takes, I've got the simple queen check. Queen takes, either rook could take. We hit two pawns. Okay, so he's come forward. I could just simply take that, I guess, but I can pin the queen as well. I see no reason not to take the pawn now. Does it matter which one I take with? I think it does, because the queen might crash through this way, but equally the queen could then come here. I think I should take. If the queen wanders off, I've still got a very strong queen check and mate threat. If the queen's here, of course, it cuts the king's escape, so that's a basic idea. If I took this way, you can potentially crash through this way. Well, he's getting a bit low on time now. He's putting a really good effort, though, considering the rating gap. But queen here is my intended move, especially if you take the pawn, then the queen definitely comes off the board. That's what he's done, so I'll just check. I assume this back rook can go forward now. Although that might allow knight here, actually, so let's go with this one. Otherwise, there was knight there. So we threaten the pawn. Rook across is a move. Yeah, just double up on the pawn and march the rook down to match it. Or this way, we just take, I guess. The rook moves across, I can just pin the rook next move. Well, he's putting a very good effort considering the rating gap there. I'll go after this one. So take it. Now we just need the knight off, but he's out of time. Okay, we get the win, but that was a very good effort. Well done. Let's put this through the analyzer as well. So pause first so I don't accidentally start another game. Just request the computer analysis. Doesn't normally take too long. Okay, so we both have a blunder somewhere in the end game here. Also, my opponent's blundered and I've blundered by not punishing it, so I can quickly go to that. Rook to h1 was a blunder, and I should have played queen immediately across, creating a mate threat here instead of the queen trade. So it's very useful to play back through things like that, but we played, what, 93% versus 87% accuracy. So it's a very good effort for my opponent considering the rating gap. The other blunder was queen a6, when it was essentially level there, and then that gives black an advantage where I've managed to take the knight and then win the exchange. So other than that, very good effort by my opponent, but we've converted it well, so very good.